morning, everybody. Welcome to day 3 of our Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge. We have a lot of people in the chat this morning, so I want to give a good shout out. We've got Camilo, Michelle, Alexander, John, Ken, Cars, Edward, Kita, KJ, what's up? Super good to see you. If you are new to the Daily Creative Challenge, welcome. This is an awesome way to grow your Photoshop skills over the course of 9 challenges. And if you want to join us, you can register at behance.net/challenge/Photoshop. So I'm Kathleen. I'm a designer here at Adobe. I'm a host for Adobe Live, doing all the things. You've probably seen me before, and I'm excited to be here with you. Richard, what's up? Hey there. Hi. Ho. You're welcome as can be. I'm guessing that's a song that I don't know. Yay, the chair spin. Yes, Chad. I had to start breaking it in. Gotta do that chair spin every day, at least 3 times. I am wearing my Camp Photoshop shirt. I had to bring it back. So chat, if you didn't participate in the last challenge, the theme was Camp Photoshop, and it was very fun. Did a lot of activities. Yes, you can register there. Thank you, Sam. So like I said, over the course of 2 weeks, you're going to build your Photoshop skills. This one goes from July 8th to July 19th. So today is challenge number 3. And like I said, this is the site where you can register. If you haven't registered yet, you'll just click this blue button in the middle, and it's as easy as that. Let's see, we're gonna scroll on down. So how does this work? Each day you're gonna receive a message for the challenge. You can receive that message via notification. If you register, you can always come to this site and check it out. So if I scroll down, you'll notice that today's challenge has been unlocked. It is add a paper effect. So we're gonna make a cut paper illustration. And I was actually really impressed. A couple of you already added this effect to your challenges from yesterday, so you already know how to do it. It's great. I can't wait to see what else you make. And as we go forward, more and more challenges are going to be unlocked. And if you want to watch the replays from, like, say, day 2 or day 1, all you have to do is click watch video, and that will pull up the replay from past days. What's up, Raphael? Aloha, good to see ya. You're excited for today's challenge, Valder? Me too. Cut paper is one of my very favorite effects. It's such a good way to just add a little bit of dimension to a flat illustration style. Okay, so you can also join community chat. That is Discord. We have this live stream where you can chat. That's what you're doing right now if you're watching this live. But if you want to hang out when the live stream isn't happening, all you have to do is come to Discord. If you want to join, the link is bit.ly/PS Discord, capital P, capital S. Yes. Robin says, ooh, this is going to be fun. I agree. Yay, I'm glad you guys are all excited about this. Looking forward to see how I achieve this. Claire Louise? Me too. It's always a surprise. So if you come over to Discord and you go to the Daily Challenge channel over here on the left, you'll notice that Gus has posted the challenge for today. Thank you, Gus. We'll add a little emoji. Boom. And you can come here every day and get your challenge updated. This will also include any files that you might need. So we have the starter file, that's the template for the poster. We are making posters, I don't know if I mentioned that yet. Then you can also just come down here and check out the rest of these channels. Design feedback is always a good place to start. This is where you can post your designs while you're still working on them. If you have questions, need some feedback. Let's see, it's been pretty active this last day. People have been having a lot of fun with these poster designs, especially the layered one we did yesterday. Ooh, this is awesome. See, you're already doing the cut paper effect. It's amazing. We're going to be doing something very similar today. You can also come down here to introductions. This is an awesome GIF. That baby is me. So if you want to introduce yourself, tell us where you're from, what do you like in the creative field, and you can also just chat. So if you have any links or you want to show off your gear, what have you. So please come join us. You can ask questions, and notice on the right, you can see who's online. So we have a bunch of mentors. I almost said dementors. We have a bunch of mentors. Sam Peterson, Tim Mobest, a bunch of Adobe people. Very cool. Okay. So you've registered for the challenge, you've gotten onto Discord, you're here for the live stream. Now let's actually work on our cut paper illustrations in Photoshop. So I'm going to open it, and I've already worked on one. This is my design. It has this cool cut paper effect. I added a little bit of text too, and really what makes this a cut paper effect is the use of a drop shadow, which, oh, scary, I know. A lot of people shy away from drop shadows, or they don't shy away and they use them too heavily, but we're gonna use it just the right amount today. And I added an actual paper texture as well, so you can see kind of these nice crinkles added on here. I'm gonna show you how to do that. The actual workflow is pretty similar to what we did yesterday. So, remember yesterday I have just my template open. This is the small digital poster template that we've provided. I'm using the digital one because I'm not planning on printing. Yeah, let's get them started. So I have my template open, and remember yesterday that we made our body color layer a smart object, so we could just work on it and update it non-destructively. So we right click, convert to smart object, and like we did yesterday, you'll notice that the icon changes. So now it's a smart object instead of a smart shape or a live shape. So to get into your smart object, we're just going to double click on it. And now we are in it. And if you were not here yesterday, I'll just do a quick redo of what a smart object is. Say I draw on this, I hit save. We go back to our file, and now it's updated. Let me close this. Yes, save. Cool. So now if we go back to our smart object, and keep drawing and hit save again, just Command S or Control S, and go back, it's updated. So you can always come back, re-edit, change colors, change text. Super easy. So let's start adding our shapes. Now, yesterday we used, over here in the tool panel, toolbar, we used the freeform pen tool to make some kind of mountain shapes. Today we're going to be making some really kind of organic and flowy shapes, so let's use the curvature pen tool. Now if you've never used the curvature pen tool, it's really awesome. It's like the pen tool, but maybe a little bit more intuitive, I always say. So I'll show you how it works really quick. Let me change this fill color before we start. Oh, wrong thing. There we go. So, using the curvature pen tool, I'm going to drop a point, drop another one, and then when I drop this third one, it's already going to make a curve for me. I don't have to drag out any handles. I don't have to pull out or stop any handles or anchor points. I'm just dropping, and it is making a curve between my 3 points. So say I keep going, it makes another curve between those. So this is a great way to make really kind of amorphic shapes without having to do any finagling of curves and beziers, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna actually just delete that shape. Do not need it. Let's change this body color to kind of a dark, dusky navy and build on top of that. So back to our curvature pen tool, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit, Command minus. Let's start building. It's almost like you might have seen in the design, it said shoreline. I wanted to kind of make this topographic from above view of kind of like a shoreline and waves coming in, but it's very graphic. It's not super representational. You're excited to learn about drop shadows? Yeah, we'll do that in just a min. All right, let's turn our strokes off up here. Sorry about that. And let's make a new shape. So I'm gonna grab my curvature pen tool, start drawing again. Just my mom texting me, no big deal. Mom's gotta come first. All right, coming up here to change the color. It's awesome because it changes in real time. That's almost like a slimy shoreline. Let's change this purple to a blue. Awesome. And then we'll just add one more shape super quickly before we start adding drop shadows. This one's going to be more intricate than the others. Okay, fill color. Perfect. Good morning, Holly. Good to see ya. Cindy says, I'm loving this. I've seen it yesterday on Discord and was wondering how it was done. Yes, Perfect. I promise this was planned before people started making those awesome cut paper illustrations yesterday. I was super impressed and surprised to see all of them yesterday. I was like, what? They read my mind. I'm just gonna turn this off. Can't have people interrupting us in our special live stream time. Okay, so drop shadows. Let's jump into it. I have my bottom blue shape selected over here in the layers panel. And it's gonna be really, really easy. All we're gonna do is come down here to effects. It literally says FX down here. Click it, click drop shadow, and it's gonna open some settings for us. Now, I've already been playing with this in a bunch of my files, so the settings are already pretty good, in my opinion. This is where we can change all of the modes and opacities and spread to make it feel natural and not too harsh and actually like it's paper stacked on top of each other. So let's change the blend mode to multiply. And I'm gonna crank up some of these sliders to show you what it could look like and then how to get it back to where you might want it to be, depending on what you want. So that's a drop shadow. It's a little intense. What's up, Rom? Good to see you. So one thing we can do is turn down the opacity a bit. All right, that tones it back, but it's still pretty large. We can also decrease the distance, so that's how far it's extending from the shape that it's attached to. Here's the spread, so how far kind of the shadow is actually spreading onto the surface below it. And then we have size as well. So with a smaller size, it starts to make this really nice kind of stark shadow here, and then it starts to fade onto the background. It really looks like it's like lifting up more here, and then the paper is actually closer here because the shadow isn't as apparent. Yeah, this is like yesterday, but we are adding a little bit of an effect, a little bit of a twist to it. Hopefully you can build the scales on top of each other. Now you can also play with the blending modes. So say color burn, that'll add a little bit more saturation to your shadows. Screen will make it lightened, which is not what we want. Let's do color burn. Decrease the opacity a bit. And if you already did this for yesterday's challenge, I want to see what else you can do. So take it to the next step. What can you do with drop shadows? We're going to be adding drop shadows to text as well. So maybe that's something you can add to today. Okay, cool. I like that. Now we could just go through all of these different shapes and add a drop shadow to every single one, or we can just use the same settings. So I'm hovering over drop shadow over here, I'm holding Option and dragging it onto shape 2. So now we have it copy and pasted up here as well. I'm gonna do it again, Option, click, drag, and brought it up here. Now it looks like we might need to change the settings a little bit, because since these aren't so dark and this was dark, we'll need to change things. So let's just go into our drop shadow by double clicking on it. Super easy. Maybe increase the opacity. Change it to multiply. Oops, changing the wrong one. There we go. Multiply. There we go. Decrease the size a bit. Spread. Opacity up. This is where you can really just play and decide how you want this to look. Spread it out a bit, don't want it to be too harsh. Okay, that looks good to me. And then let's do it for the top shape. We're gonna change this to multiply. If it's gonna be Alt on Windows, Option and Alt are interchangeable. Anna. I don't think I said the name of who I was talking to. And then here I think I'm gonna change the color a little bit so it matches a bit better. Okay, so this is looking all right. Now I'm gonna hit save and see how it changes in my poster template. Because remember, we are still just working inside of our smart object. Cool, so there is our design. It's also fun to click and drag on canvas to reposition the drop shadow. Ooh. Can you do that? Whoa, Chad for the win. Yes, so if you have the drop shadow options window open, you can just click and drag and move it around. So you could be further away, closer, etc. Perfect. So we're back into our poster template and it looks pretty good. We could go back and change some of these. One thing I am going to do is I'm going to add a drop shadow to the actual body so that it looks like it's floating off of the frame. So let's go to FX, drop shadow, change the color to that, looks good. Nice. Now if we go over to this option that I already worked on, you'll notice that I added a little bit of text. It's super easy. Let's jump into our smart object. To do this, I actually did all of the different pieces of text in different text boxes, so it's not just shoreline typed out in one box. Each of them is individual, as you can see over here. So there's the S and the R and the E. And I did that so we could move things around individually and have this kind of like moving text effect that's not too obvious, but it's a nice feel when you see all of these organic shapes. What's up, Shiva? Samuel, thanks. Glad you like it. So feel free to try that. I added a little bit of a drop shadow on some of the letters, but not all of them. But then for the finishing touch, I came in and added this paper texture onto everything, so it really feels like it was cut and pasted. Now I got this paper texture from Adobe stock, and if you want to use the same one, I'm going to post the stock number, the ID number, into chat right now. We're going to have a bit of an inception moment when we see me talking to you. There we go. So you can go to stock and download a preview of this actual paper texture. And if you're watching the replay, this is the number. Take a screenshot. So I'll show you how to actually apply this texture. Say we are working on this top shape. We're going to go up to File, Place Embedded. I'm going to navigate to my paper texture. What's up, Dama? Oh, thanks, Aurora. All right, and we're going to place it. Now we can move it around. We can grab a corner, increase the size, decrease the size, whatever you'd like. I'm going to hit return to confirm my changes. Now it's just sitting on top of my image, not exactly what we want. So here's where the magic happens. I'm just going to hover between these two layers, and you'll notice if I hold down Option or Alt, if you're on a Windows machine, you'll notice this little icon appears. That is going to make a clipping mask. So I'm holding Option, I'm clicking, and now it is clipped to the layer below it. You can see that also is designated or shown with this little arrow saying, hey, I'm clipped to this one. You can also right click and click Create Clipping Mask. A lot of tongue twisters today. Okay, so now we just have a white paper clipped to our blue shape. We don't want that, so let's play with blending modes like we have in the last couple days. I could do multiply. You can see a little bit of the texture shows through if I choose multiply, like right there, that line. But it's not obvious enough for me. Maybe color burn will be better. Ooh, yes, like that. But you can always just come through here and play with the different blending modes and see what you like. Color burn, keep that saturation, but also keep those shadows. Okay, cool. So if I hit save and come back, it is updated, it is cool. I have drop shadows, I have a drop shadow on the actual frame, and I even have a little tiny drop shadow on the letters, or the numbers, but I do need to change the numbers for today. So today is day 3. And since the effect is applied to the live text layer, you can change the text and the drop shadow will be applied to it. It's like Google's material design, you think so? I don't know much about that, Rom. I'll believe you though. Okay, so you can do something like this. That's more of a kind of graphic text and imagery mix. You could also do something simple and just choose like the first letter of your first name and apply that. I'm excited to see what you do, or even do a full-fledged illustration. If you search paper cut illustration or cut paper illustration, you will find some really amazing stuff. So let's get this exported. I'm going to go to File, Export, Export As. Let's change our image width to 800. Going to stay cohesive with everything else we've been doing. Export it, take a sip. El Mahdi, what is your Instagram? What do you think my Instagram is? You just said it. It's Kathleen Illustrated. Oh, thanks, Sam. Yeah, feel free to follow me. I'm always creeping on the PS Daily Challenge hashtag on Instagram, so you might see me liking stuff and commenting on stuff. All right, let's say shoreline poster. Save it. And then, whoa, it's me. Weird. Jump over to my profile. We have our project. We're going to get this uploaded onto Behance so we can build out our portfolios. Edit. We got day 1. We got day 2. And to get this effect, I actually used the photo grid. I can show you that right now. So let's edit this. Cancel. So if I were to make a new piece of media, if you come over here to the right, this is the photo grid, and that will allow you to upload multiple images and create something like this. So this is 2 images put into a photo grid. And then if you edit it, you can add more photos to it. You can resort them or drag them by hand to resort them. So I think at the end of the project, I'll put all of them in a photo grid together. Eric Sue, long time no see. Wow, good to see ya. Yeah, people have been posting their challenges on Instagram. Not everybody, but some people. Feel free to. Do your thing. Okay, let's get this uploaded. And we have a full day of Adobe Live coming up after me. We've got more digital illustration coming up, I think with Anna and Brooke. They're in the other room right now, probably talking about their patronuses. Patronuses. Here we go. And do you mind if we pop away from my screen super quick? There we go. Awesome. We will show the schedule for the rest of the day. Perfect. Today on Adobe Live. Yes, Anna's coming up next. And then Howard is going to be coming on at 11:30 to do the XD Daily Creative Challenge. So if you like Photoshop and you want to maybe jump into user experience design or screen design, app design, web design, all the designs, come up for that. And after that, there's going to be more XD with Rocky and Kevin. Very, very cool. Okay, so back to Behance. I am saving this. Holly says, I wanted to know if there's a video of Kathleen making the challenge profile image. There is a video on the Creative Cloud YouTube channel right now of me making a profile or an avatar. Oh, are you talking about the cover image for this project? If you go back to the welcome day, you can watch that. It should be in the graphic design replays. Okay, so back to my profile. There it is. Very cool. I'm excited to see what you all make. If you want to get your work out there, I think Anna and Brooke are going to be reviewing poster designs during their stream. So if you want to get something uploaded on Discord, they'll give you a little bit of feedback. But other than that, I'll be back tomorrow for day 4. And then it's going to be a surprise. Let me know if you have any guesses for what the challenge is going to be. It's not going to be paper cut illustration again. Do not worry. We're doing something a little bit different. All right, everyone. I will see you tomorrow. Stick around for more Adobe Live. Bye.